Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Core English Podcast. I am Luna.
And I am Jasper. Welcome to the show.
Jasper, today we are talking about the 3-second delay.
The 3-second delay. I know exactly what you mean. It is that awkward silence in a conversation.
Yes, someone asks you a question in English. You understand the question, but then silence. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and finally you speak.
And during those 3 seconds, your brain is working incredibly hard. It's like a busy office inside your head. Papers are flying everywhere.
Exactly, because you're not just answering the question, you're translating.
First, I hear the English, then I translate it into my native language, then I think of my answer in my native language, then I translate that answer back into English, and then I open my mouth.
It is exhausting, and it makes you feel slow. It makes you feel like you are not fluent, even if you know a lot of vocabulary.
It is the biggest wall for intermediate learners. We have all the puzzle pieces, but we're building the puzzle too slowly.
So today, we're going to break that wall. We're going to teach you how to stop translating in your head.
We are going to teach you how to think in English, directly, no dictionary required.
Grab your coffee, relax your shoulders, and let's reprogram your brain.
So, Luna, why do we do this? If translating is so slow and exhausting, why does our brain force us to do it?
Because your brain loves safety, Jasper. Your native language is your safety net. You have used it your whole life. It feels comfortable.
That is true. English feels like walking on a tightrope. My native language is the net underneath me.
Exactly. When you first start learning a language, you have to translate. If I teach you the word apple, your brain automatically links it to the word for apple in your language.
But eventually, you have to cut the net.
Yes. Think about it like being a medical professional. When a doctor sees a patient with a high fever, a cough, and chills, they don't open a textbook, look at the index, read the chapter, and slowly translate the symptoms into a diagnosis.
Right, they just know. They see the pattern and instantly recognize the illness.
Exactly. Through years of practice, the doctor has built a direct pathway in their brain. The symptom connects directly to the answer. That is exactly what we need to do with English. We need to skip the textbook step in our minds.
I love that analogy. We need to diagnose the conversation instantly. But how? I can't just tell my brain, hey, stop translating. My brain does not listen to me.
You're right. You cannot just stop a bad habit. You have to replace it with a new habit. And that brings us to step 1.
Okay, I'm ready. What is step 1?
Step 1 is called naming your world. We're going to start incredibly small.
How small?
Single words, no grammar, no sentences, just words.
I can do that.
When you wake up in the morning, I want you to look around your bedroom. What do you see?
I see a bed, I see a window, I see my alarm clock.
Good. Now, as you look at those things, say the English word in your head, but, and this is the most important part, do not think of the word in your native language first.
Just look at the bed and think bed.
Yes, connect the English word directly to the physical object. Connect the word bed to the soft thing you sleep on. Do not connect the word bed to the translation.
Okay, so I'm walking through my house. Door, shoes, keys, coffee.
Exactly. It sounds too simple, right?
It sounds like a game for children.
But it works because you're forcing your brain to bypass the translation center. You're creating a new neural pathway.
It's like building a new road in a city. The old road goes through the translation center. The new road goes straight to the destination.
Yes, and at first, the new road is small. It's just a dirt path. But the more you use it, the wider it gets. Eventually, it becomes a highway.
So I should do this everywhere? At the supermarket?
Everywhere. Look at a physical object and name it in English. Apple, car, tree, dog. If you don't know the word, don't worry. Just move to the next object.
What if people think I'm crazy because I'm staring at an apple and whispering to myself?
Do it silently in your head. You don't have to shout apple in the supermarket.
Okay, Luna, I've named my world. My vocabulary highway is built. What's next? Single words are not enough for a conversation.
You are correct. Step 2 is to stop learning single words and start learning chunks.
Chunks, like chunks of chocolate?
I wish. No, chunks of language. These are called collocations.
That's a big grammar word. Collocations. What does it mean?
It just means words that naturally go together. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word, they use pre-made chunks.
Give me an example.
Think about the weather. In many languages, you might translate the phrase as strong rain, but in English, we don't say strong rain, we say
Heavy rain.
exactly. Heavy rain is a collocation, it's a chunk. If you learn the word heavy by itself and the word rain by itself, you'll try to translate your native language and you'll make a mistake.
Ah, I see. If I learn the chunk together, I don't need to think about the grammar. I just grab the whole box and use it.
Precisely. Another example, we say make a mistake. We do not say do a mistake.
Right, make a mistake is the chunk.
If you translate from your language, you might choose do because your language uses the verb do for mistakes, but if you learn the English chunk, you skip the translation entirely.
This is powerful. It takes the pressure off. I don't have to be a grammar genius, I just have to remember the chunks.
It's like preparing for a massive, life-changing exam. Think about those big civil services exams that take years of preparation. You can't just memorize thousands of isolated facts the night before the test. You need to understand broad concepts and connect them over time. Language is the same. You need connected chunks, not isolated words.
So how do I learn chunks? Do I study a dictionary of chunks?
No, you listen. When you watch a movie or listen to this podcast, don't write down one new word. Write down the whole phrase.
Okay, so instead of writing down decision, I should write down make a decision.
Exactly. Instead of attention, write pay attention. Instead of time, write save time or spend time.
I love this. It makes speaking so much faster. I'm just connecting chunks together.
Now we're ready for step 3. This is where you actually start thinking in English sentences.
I'm ready. Tell me the secret.
I call this the narrator technique.
Like a narrator in a movie? The voice that tells the story?
Yes, I want you to become the narrator of your own life. When you're doing something simple like cooking dinner or walking to the bus, I want you to describe what you're doing in English in your head.
Okay, let's practice. I'm making breakfast. I will narrate. I am walking into the kitchen. I'm opening the fridge. I'm taking out the eggs. I'm cracking the eggs into the pan.
Perfect. How did that feel?
It felt a little strange, but it was easy because I wasn't talking to a person. There's no pressure.
Exactly. When you're alone, you don't feel nervous, and because you're describing actions happening right now, you're connecting the English words directly to the physical action. No translation.
It's like naming your world, but with verbs and full sentences.
Yes, and you can do this for everything. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm locking the door. I'm waiting for the train.
What if I don't know a word? What if I'm cooking and I don't know the English word for spatula?
Good question. If you don't know the word, do not stop and translate it in your head.
Really? I shouldn't look it up?
You can look it up later, but in the moment, I want you to describe the object using English words you already know.
So instead of spatula, I could say the flat spoon for flipping eggs?
Yes, the flat spoon for flipping eggs. That's brilliant. That's fluency.
Fluency is just explaining things when you forget the word?
Yes, native speakers forget words all the time. We say, can you hand me the thing that opens the bottles?
The bottle opener.
Right. When you describe the word instead of translating it, you keep your brain in English mode. The moment you switch back to your native language to translate, you break the flow.
Rule number 1, stay in English mode at all costs.
This is all great for when I'm alone. I can name objects, I can narrate my cooking. But what happens when I'm talking to a real human being?
That is when the panic happens.
Yes, the panic. Someone asks me, "What did you do this weekend?" And my mind goes blank. I freeze.
To fix this, we need to prepare your brain for common conversations before they happen. We're going to do the conversation replay exercise.
How does it work?
Think about the conversations you have every single day, the routine questions.
Like, how was your weekend? Or what do you do for work?
Yes, You know people will ask you these questions, so why are you trying to create a new answer every time?
Oh, I see. I should prepare my answers in advance.
Exactly. You should have a few mini scripts ready in your head, not translated, just built in English.
Let's practice. Luna, ask me about my weekend.
Jasper, how was your weekend? Did you do anything fun?
Thinking for a second. It was pretty relaxing, actually. I just stayed home, watched a movie, and caught up on some sleep. How about you?
That was fantastic. Very natural. Now, did you translate that from your language?
No, I just used the chunks we talked about. Pretty relaxing, stayed home, caught up on sleep.
By practicing these common answers in the shower or while driving, you build muscle memory. When someone asks you the question in real life, you don't need to think. You just press play on the tape.
Press play on the tape. I like that. It removes the 3-second delay.
Listeners, try this today. Pick 3 questions you get asked often. Where are you from? What do you do? What are your hobbies?
Jot down your answers in English. Practice saying them out loud until they feel like your own name. No translating required. Okay, but Luna, what if someone asks me a surprise question, something I'm not prepared for? Like, Jasper, what is your opinion on the global economy?
Oh, hopefully no one asks you that at a coffee shop. But if you get a surprise question and you feel the panic and you feel your brain trying to translate, you need a stalling phrase.
A stalling phrase. Stall means to delay, right? To buy time.
Yes, instead of standing there in awkward silence for 3 seconds, you fill the silence with natural English sounds.
Give me some stalling phrases. Save my life.
Here are 3 magic phrases. That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. Well, to be honest...
And Luna, ask me a hard question.
Jasper, why do you think learning a language is so difficult?
That's a really good question. Let me think about that for a second. Well, to be honest, I think it's because...
Stop. That was perfect. You just bought yourself 4 seconds to organize your English thoughts, but you sounded completely fluent while doing it.
And I didn't translate. I used that time to search my brain for the right English chunks.
Exactly. Native speakers use these phrases all the time. We don't always have the perfect answer ready. We stall too.
So if I stall, I sound more like a native speaker. That is a great trick.
Luna, do you have a story about a time when translating in your head went terribly wrong?
Oh, I have many, but there is one that is very embarrassing.
Please share. We love embarrassing stories.
I was trying to tell my friend that I was very full after eating a big meal. In my native language, the direct translation for being full is, I'm pregnant with food.
Oh no, Jasper, please tell me you didn't say that in English.
I did. We were at a nice restaurant, the waiter asked if I wanted dessert, and I patted my stomach and said, loudly, no thank you, I'm very pregnant.
Jasper, what did the waiter do?
He looked at me, a grown man with a beard, and he just said, congratulations, sir.
Jasper, see, this is the danger of translating. Idioms and expressions do not translate perfectly.
They don't. That is why we must learn the English chunk. The chunk is simply, I'm full, or I'm stuffed.
I'm stuffed is a great collocation.
If I had learned the chunk, I wouldn't have announced my food pregnancy to the entire restaurant.
Thank you for sacrificing your dignity for our English lesson, Jasper.
You're welcome. Learn from my pain, listeners. Stop translating.
We're coming to the end of our deep dive today. Let's do a quick review of the steps to stop translating.
Jasper, step 1, name your world. Look at objects and say the English word instantly.
Luna, finally use stalling phrases when you panic and describe a word if you forget it. Never go back to your native language.
It takes time. You will not fix this tomorrow, but if you practice these habits daily, you'll notice the 3-second delay shrinking.
2 seconds, then 1 second, then instant fluency.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Core English podcast today.
Jasper, if this conversation helped you, please leave a comment. Tell us, what is one stalling phrase you will use this week?
Luna, we read every single comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson.
Jasper, keep practicing, keep talking to yourself, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. See ya.